Welcome to Primary Markets TV, your insight into newly issued securities across the fixed income and equity space. I'm Ruth Emery. Joining me today is Sam Lawson, VP of Capital Markets at Crowdcube, and we're going to be talking about an IPO platform that they're building for retail investors. Sam, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So can you give us an overview of how this platform will work and when it will launch?
The platform will work very similarly to our current equity crowdfunding product. Investors will be able to pre-register, subscribe, viewing all of the necessary materials, including the prospectus, and then invest via our platform. Mm-hmm. They'll then be able to hold their shares via the portfolio on Crowdcube as well. Obviously, there's some elements of augmentation that need to go on to make this fit for the public markets, and that's what we're working on right now, but it should be ready by August.
And why are you launching it? Is there a gap in the market, and what sort of demand do you anticipate from investors?
First and foremost, on the retail side, it really falls into our recurring mission of democratizing investment. We've done that in the private markets over the last 10 years, opening up startup equity to retail investors. And this seems like a natural continuation for us to open up shares in companies that are coming to market through an IPO to retail investors too. And we don't feel that there's really much in the way of a solution that caters to retail investors proper for this right now. There's, of course, intermediated offers and other companies that are doing something similarly, but we think we can bring the retail element specifically. Mm-hmm. On the company side, I think there's a greater realization nowadays that retail investors bring a lot of advantages to your stock. Generally, they tend to be stickier and long-term holders of your company, higher conviction. Having retail investors on your cap table can improve your profile in terms of inclusion and diversity as a company. And of course, they provide additional liquidity, which is important when you're coming to market. One of the things that we've also realized over the years is that these investors can bring commercial benefits too. So Curve, Free Trade, Revolut, Monzo, Brewdog, all of these companies that have used our platform continue to have close relationships with these shareholders as customers as well. And they bring top-line commercial benefits to the company. We also think that the timing is particularly good. Obviously, retail investors are having somewhat of a moment, but they're continuing to grow in terms of their direct ownership of the stock market in the US and the UK. And that's being driven by a number of secular tailwinds like regulation, as well as technology that's improving day by day. We, in the last week, saw 40,000 new investors come to our platform. So we feel that retail investors are certainly recognizing the benefits of stock ownership and want to do it in new and exciting companies that hopefully will be available via our platform.
And how will your platform be different to the others that are already out there and that are available to retail investors?
We really understand the nuances of fundraising online from retail investors. And we can really bring specifically retail investors to the equation. We know how to be flexible around process for companies, and we know how to communicate with retail investors as well to drive success in those fundraisers. So I think that's one thing. The second is that from a technological perspective, our solution is all in one. Everything happens on our platform. And so it's very, very easy and effectively plug and play for companies. We have the Crowdcube nominee, which helps process all the clearing and settlement into the public markets. And we feel pretty good about the robustness of that technology as well, which is important in event-driven fundraising. Beyond that, I think we bring a pre-built demand base. We have 1.1 million investors. I think it might be 1.2 now on our platform. Investors investing as little as £10 each. And these investors have a specific character to them as well, which is really important. These guys have invested in companies that are illiquid. And so by nature, they're long-term, high-conviction investors. And they also, by character, tend to be focused on mission-driven businesses that are really trying to challenge the status quo. And so I think we're bringing a different type of investor that's true retail to this market as well.
How many share sales do you think you'll have in the first year?
It's hard to say at this point. It's very much market dependent. We are out in the market talking to issuers right now and aiming for September, October launch. Ultimately, it would be great to do as many as we can. I think our platform is well built for that.
And is there a particular sort of business that you think will be attracted to your platform?
Generally, successes we've had over the years have been in tech-forward businesses. Fintech has been a particular area that's been successful for us, as well as consumer-facing businesses. I would also lean on the mission-driven, kind of ESG-led type businesses as well. Green technology is having a moment on our platform. But yeah, ultimately, we can cater to almost any business that's looking to bring in their community or reach out to retail investors.
That's been brilliant. Thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you.